Good morning. Let's see if I can actually have more than 2 casts today. This time yesterday I broke the rod, or the rod broke should we say, and I did switch to a Graze G-Lite spin, and I fished with that yesterday evening, caught a perch. I would say though, comparing the 2 rods, especially with the mini jigging that I'm doing now, that the fox rod is much better. My wife said to me last night, why don't you get another one for your birthday? And I said, well, this is okay, I'll see how it goes. Don't want to keep buying rods, but it is much better, the fox. However, this does have a nice tip on it, which is good for working the bait through the water. We'll see. And talking of birthdays, 8 weeks today I will be 60 years old. The big hurdle which I mentioned last week was the sale of our old house. That's went through last week, last Wednesday actually. But of course there's always that period when everything has to be confirmed. For example, you could buy a house, exchange the contracts, move in, and then you realise it wasn't the house that you looked at the week before things had been done to it and altered and messed about with or whatever. But we've had the final letter yesterday from the solicitor saying that the case is now closed. So that's fantastic. Really thrilled at that. And that moves me on to the final step. Well, there were just 2, and that is to go part-time. I'm having my last few casts before I go home. I haven't had anything at all. It's been very quiet. But as long as your bait's in the water, you've got a chance. And also, I've enjoyed it. I do enjoy being out and about in the great outdoors. I don't know if you can hear that woodpecker drumming. It's in the trees opposite. There's a stock dove calling on a regular basis as well. They are resident in this immediate area. And there's a song thrush, missel thrush, both been singing as well this morning. It's nice to be out and about, isn't it, in the great outdoors. And it's not called the great outdoors without good reason, of course. As I say though, my last few casts, I have stepped up to my usual 0.7 gram jig head and a 2-inch fish, working it through the water there. Let's see if I can get something in the final few casts. If not, this will be my last clip. If you are fishing yourself, oh, I've got one. Tight lines. Let's hope I can land this. It's a small perch, a very small perch, but it means that I'm not a blanker. There you go, live as it were. Oh, look at that, that just came out. And that often is the case because the pressure's on from the moment you hook it. As soon as you get it in your hand or the net, then of course the pressure's off and it often comes out. That's not a big perch, is it? But I'm very happy with that, because as long as your bait's in the water, you've got a chance. Fantastic. Perfection in miniature. That one perch is the fine line between success and failure this morning. Although, let me say that those words, success and failure, are most definitely in inverted commas, because there's no such thing as a failure when you've been fishing, regardless of what you catch. Right, on with the rest of the day. And it's my granddaughter's 8th birthday as well, so I will be seeing her later today. Tight lines if you're out fishing yourself.